Who's clever puppies? Oh yes, you my clever puppies. Look at you, you clever boys. Would you like some steak? Got some delicious steak you can have? Here you go. Here's some steak for my clever boys. What? Wait. Eh? It's recording? Oh crap. Greetings and bienvenue. I am Omega, to my friends, or Omega696. A few people have been asking about some of the builds I've done, and I thought, well, why not record them? Give people a little tour and show them around. And while I'm at it, show them the Biffa fan server, which is now in Season 2, which is quite an amazing thing when you think about it. So yeah, I thought I'd start recording and give everybody a little tour and show them what's been happening. That thing behind me? Yeah, we'll get back to that. So, this is our first stop. Welcome to New Biffington. Though, technically I suppose it's New Biffington. But hey, so nice we named it New twice. Yes, anyway, this is town. This is the heart of the community, the place where we all go to, well, do town things. Behind me you can see the map, which shows our current setup. And over on my right, you can see War, who's currently building our new town hall, which was won in a community vote. Now, where to start? Yes. This area was chosen originally by Iris, who's also known as Grey19, because we got the seed for our Season 2 world shortly before the world was opened. That meant that we could have a look at it and choose our best locations. Now, the reason we didn't build town at the spawn chunks is that we had a bit of a problem in Season 1 with that. In fact, to be honest, we nearly lost the map. So, lessons learned, good foot forward, we struck out, and probably as you've seen from Biffa's videos, it was a bit of an epic journey, but we made it, and we're all set up, and this is now New Biffington. So, let me just adjust my view so you can see where we're going. And we shall start our little tour. As I said, this is the new town hall, recently commissioned and being built as we speak. There's War, give him a little bit of a wave. Oh, goodness grief, you can't see my hand. There we go, that's better. So that's War. There's the town mine, which is pretty well down on ores, but you can still get a decent amount of stone from there. Hyogami recently redid the paths and they are looking very spanky. Quite like them a lot. There's his house back there. This is the enchanting station that War Commando and I built. War did the interior and all the mechanics, which is quite good because it lets you, oops, knock the switch off apparently. Oh dear. Nobody saw that, everything's fine. So yes, how it's meant to work is you can click it round and it lets you activate the various different levels of bookcases. So you can select the level of enchantment that you're wanting. Or, alternatively, you can flick them all on. Which is what most people do, admittedly. But it's a very handy system to have. Onwards. Or not. I hate Minecraft doors sometimes. Yes, on we go. So this is town. That's the police station that Hyogami redesigned. There's Iris's house, which is looking fair fab. Saloon, which apparently is just decorative only. That's Snow Crash's castle over there. Snow Crash is an incredibly great builder. I've seen some of his stuff, which is quite fabby. That's War's house and Viper's. And my house is over the back there. The White House on the hill. That was purely accidental in my design choice. But anyway, there we go. Town is really starting to come on. We're getting a lot more people in. A lot more people are setting up houses, which is quite cool. Mendes decided to set up his little, well, I'd call it an executive hobbit hole. It's over there. We'll go past that way on the way back. Skeleton Spawner was rebuilt. Well, not the spawner itself, but the entranceway. So it's quite a nice, nifty little entranceway. Very cool looking. And that's my house up there. Now, you can probably see something coming into view, and that's Hyogami's ISS, which is a 1 to 1.333 scale version of it. So, effectively, it's Minecraft accurate. And it's quite a smart build. I would show you it, but the only way to get up there is to bang your head repeatedly on the bedrock ceiling in the nether until you get through. I've nearly died once doing that. I don't think it'll be happening too often. So anyway, this is my house. Let's see if there's any mail. Nope. There we go. And yeah, this was the first thing I built on the server. I used the polished diorite because I quite like the look of it. It's quite a clean block. I've got to say it's my favourite block of the new ones that were added. So, yep, in we go. Quite like the way the black glass looks with the diorite. It looks quite nice. And the birch goes quite well. It gives a very clean, modern look. So there we go. A bit of cake. Well, apparently I'm not hungry enough for cake at the moment, which is a surprise. Now, you'll notice I don't use the default or the faithful texture pack. I use a modified version of Flows HD. I quite like the higher resolution and the more modern take on the block textures. It's nearly the standard one, but I've made a few tweaks to it and a few additions, just to more match my tastes, as it were. So downstairs we have my basement, which again is fairly minimal, but quite effective. You can see I've still got some supplies here, which is always handy to have. And there's a back door, which comes out here. Always handy to have a second exit. And a little path, and that leads down to the back of the skeleton spawner. That's War's BTH, which is almost finished. So that's our transit and trading hub. There's a creeper, and we'll just get rid of you. Not a problem. And back up we go. Okay. Level up, and this is the main bedroom level. It's got a couple of nice patios, and these give you quite a lovely view over town. As you can see, it's a fairly low build for the most part, which is always quite nice. That's Tylashki's house over there. Melidew's house up on the corner. So I've got some quite nice neighbours. Of course, the one neighbour that I've always got, my counterpart, my platonic life mate, Voidford. That's his storage tree out the back. I think that's Zone's house over there. It's quite a nice build as well. So that's my townhouse. Functional and I think it's quite attractive looking. Oh, I do have a little bunny friend. There you go, little bunny. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Yeah, I do think the bunnies are the cutest thing they added into the game. God, they're cute. So there we go. That is my townhouse. Let's head back into the main town. And we'll go past Mendez's on the way. So yeah, Executive Hobbit Hole. Very nice build. I quite like how he's tied some of the parts back in from the Season 1 build of his house. Gives it quite a sort of linking to the past, yet the future. Okay, that was quite highbrow, admitted it. This is Biffa's Hobbit Hole, as you've seen from his videos. Void and I built on these stables using supplies from War Commando, and War left him a gift of a horse armour and name tag. Because he lost English breakfast tea, so I got him a new horse, and there's Slow Coach of course. And because of the fence glitch with passive mobs, we decided we'd build a stable just so that Biffa didn't lose any more of his animals. Hopefully he likes the horse and he'll come up with a new name for it soon. Donkey. Anyway, off we go. So a recent build I just finished was my shop. Now I actually have two shops technically. Now this is Void's Community Park and the Light of Inspiration 2, which is beautiful as always. I do love Void's statuary. You'll see more of that shortly. But yeah, I finished my shop. Now I'm going to open a consultancy, so if people have questions or comments or thoughts that they need a hand with, they can come and ask me. And here it is. Now obviously I always go for a pretty standard setup. I mean, who wouldn't? And I'm being shot at! Skeleton! Die. There we go. I think I'm going to put my armour on, just to be on the safe side. Have a bit of steak. Anyway, here we go. So yeah, my shop. Classic as always. Certainly something different. And I will have instruction books and an appointment book in here. And we can work out any deals on how much I think it's going to cost or how much I think I should charge. There we go. Finished these paths recently, had Rash's help doing that. So this place is looking a lot less like a construction site, which helps. I'm quite proud of the way this portal turned out. I think it's quite a feature. Quite like that. And there's Void's junkyard up there, which is quite cool. And this is my other shop, technically. Mr. Omega's Multicoloured Swap Shop. Basically, whoop, disconnected. So we're back in the room. Not entirely sure what happened there. Bit of an internet glitch. Yeah. Anyway, here we go. Mr. Omega's Multicoloured Swap Shop. And the idea behind this is if people have surplus goods that they don't need, that they don't plan on selling, they can come in and leave them in a chest. If somebody else needs something, they can come here and see if anybody's left it. The idea that it's not meant to be junk items, but items that can be useful, and hopefully if you, as you see from the instructions, buy the stack if possible. So far, all we have is 3 stacks of dirt. Not a monumentous start, if I can get my words right, but certainly it's a start. So hopefully the community will find use for this. If not, it's still quite a nice little shop. Certainly very colourful. Oh, there we go. While we're here, I'll just run up and show you Void's junkyard, because this is a very cool little area. As you can see, it's even got a dismantled Ecto 1. Another callback from our Season 1 base. And there we go. Oh, zombie! Swear these mobs like to get everywhere. Die! Just die. There we go. And through the nether, and we'll head down to my base. Seriously, so much running. We need to get a transport system fitted. Think of the sake of the running. And here we go. This is my base and spa. And Voidford, spa and base. Okay, admittedly the spa bit is just for humorous effect at the moment. As you can see, the nether tunnel has been rebuilt. I did that recently, and it's quite a nice little style. Oh, Ward's asking me something. Bear with me. So yeah, this style, I quite like the way the bricks, the stone bricks, work with the redstone lamps and the acacia wood logs. Very nice, and the vines just add sort of a very temple feel. Quite like that working out. And these various portals lead to the various sites around our base. So let's go for the watchtower to start with. There we go. Now, this is something that Voidford completed recently, and I gave a little bit of a hand with some of this stuff. So we'll come up here. I see it's quite a nice build. There we go. Quite beautiful. We'll just head up the stairs. And you can see Voidford's Colossus there. And if I use an Optifine zoom, you get a bit of a close-up on that, which is an amazing build. So Void's statuary has come on leaps and bounds. It's incredible. Oh, hello. So, I can't navigate going backwards. That's a thing I'm going to have to learn. So yeah, this is the top of our watchtower. And coming into view is Axelon, my base. As you can see, I don't do things by halves. That's something definitely. But yeah, that is Axelon base. It goes from about level 75, and the peak of the spikes up there is level 201. I've got to say, while building it, I did not fall once, which is quite an astounding feat for me, actually. So yeah, let's go have a closer look. And down we go. Actually, let's do the guest and farm area first, because this was technically my first build out here. And if the server can catch up, there we go. There's the bottom of Axelon Tower, or Spire, and you can see my subtle branding. Always got to have the subtle branding. Here we go. And this is the guest house. This is the house I built when I first came out here. Again, you can see it's a very similar design to the townhouse with the birch and the black glass. And the stables follow on from that as well. This is my horse here, Grim Fandango the Fourth. That's Void's Chestnut. I'm not sure if he's named him yet. And that's my jet black horse. I'm thinking about calling him Tempest Noir the Second. We'll see about that. But yeah. And over here we've got Void's donkey. He is, hello to you. And Void's mule. He really got excited when he bred the mule. I just don't understand that boy sometimes. And here's my bunnies. Yay! I even made them little holes for them to sit in when it starts to rain. But you know, Axolon does tend to block out most of that when it happens. But yeah, a little bunny pen. And they're so adorable. I love my little bunnies. So up here, we've got some netherwort and wheat. Over the back, some melons and pumpkins. Carrots and potatoes. A few cows. Just enough to keep me and Boyd comfortable. Some wool in case we need it. A few cacti, some cocoa beans, and sugarcane. Plenty of sugarcane. Get about a stack and a half from that when you harvest it. Very handy. There we go. And down here we have all the different trees. Technically this is our tree farm. But I spaced it out and made it look kind of organic, just to try and have it blend in. But you've got every type of tree you can get in Minecraft, even jungle. That was a pain in the neck to get. There's Void's Colossus, looking impressive as ever. So yeah, the idea is I'm going to get Void to build me wolf statues to go around the base here. Should be 4 of them at each of the cardinal points. There's the watchtower. It's a very cool build. So let's go and see the side of Axolon. Run up the stairs. If only this was real life, it would do my cardio wonders. And in we go. And yep, we did come out through the Axolon Spire portal. There is a bit of cross-linking between the two portals because they're so close together, but it works itself out for the most part. And here we go. The Welcome Centre. With my subtle branding. You know, might have something to do with Omega being my name. Never sure. So yeah, so over here you get quite an incredible view. There's the Colossus again. And there's the farm area and guest house. So yeah, it's an incredible view. What's quite good is I've got these little water chutes here, and they take you down to a lower viewing platform. There's just a little area down here just for viewing of the close-in area, really. That's quite a nice little thing. Up we go. Oh boy. Come on, off we go. There we are. I cannot wait for us to get a proper Guardian farm up and running so I can swap out the torches for sea lanterns. But in the meantime, they're not too bad. Certainly keep mobs out of the place, which is always handy. And this is the main storage floor. These are the large white arms that you see stretching out from the central body. And if you come to the end, there's a glass viewing cupola, quite like the space station. So yeah, you get an incredible view from over here. And if we opti-zoom again, you can see the Colossus. Really smart build. And there's Void's parkour course, which Biffa holds the current record to, which is very cool. Oh, back up we go. I quite like, because I did these at an angle, that the storage chests are all angled as well. It's quite a nice fishbone pattern. So it really works out quite well. So yeah, each of the different arms is, has an item frame which gives you a general idea of what's in the chest. So that's wood. That's coloured building blocks like clay and glass. Stone is there. Processed materials, mob drops, processed foods, and food stuff. So yeah, got everything I need. So up we go, and this floor is my library floor. In the centre we have the enchanting table. Quite a nice little roofed feature there. So yeah, so each of the arms has a further reading area and some more books, and quite a nice viewing platform if you come out onto the glass. You can see quite down. I think with this build, I knew it needed to be quite airy, because it's not going to have the floor space in my Season 1 build. So I used quite a lot of glass in the construction. This reading area has an automatic book, which is quite cool. Yeah, another enchanting table. I accidentally made 2. But there we go, you know, these things happen. And I've got armour stands just to add a bit of decoration. So there we go. I dyed that one up especially because I thought leather, gold on this side. And chainmail and iron on this side. And of course, I'm wearing the diamond. So up we go once more, and this is the living floor. And there's my puppies. And they're all looking out the window. Hey guys, that's Isaac, Scott and Liam. You might know where those names come from. We'll not talk about my obsession with a show called Teen Wolf. Over here is the 3D Game Centre. And 3D telly for relaxing and enjoying of shows. And there's the projector on the ceiling. So yeah, I have sort of glass floors here as well, which adds to the view and the feel of the place. Nice central fountain and water source, which is always handy. Over here is the brewing and cooking area, or kitchen, as normal people might call it. So you've got sinks so you can wash your hands when you go between cooking up some interesting potions and cooking up your iron. Little breakfast table with a morning cake. Dinner is always an important meal, and I do like to entertain and fall down the stairs. So there we go, nice little dining table. And each of these arms has doors which take you out. And these are the top of the spires. So you see the spikes go right up to the end there. And underneath is the reading areas. So yeah, quite a nice little area. Hopefully if I do get a camera account, I'll do a nice little fly round. But we'll see how that goes. So yeah, over here is my bed area with the puppies. Now this, as you probably saw on Biffa's live stream, is actually a spawnable bed space. What you do is you set up a bed and sleep in it, and then you use either a torch or double carpet, and when the bed looks for spawning space, it sees this as an acceptable spawn location because of the space. But even though, you don't need to worry about it, and you can make quite a nice, interesting bed by having the bed hidden in the top. So anytime I need to respawn from the end, if I ever get killed, I'll appear here. Very handy. So on to the final level and our final stop today. And this is the top of the Axelon. And I rebuilt my orrery from Season 1. Now an orrery is a planetary model. Usually it's a small brass model. But unfortunately we don't have microblocks in vanilla. So recreating that on small scale was not going to happen. So instead, I recreated it in quite a large scale. I do think it's quite an impressive build, and I think Biffa quite liked it as well. But yeah, I think it looks really very, very cool. Quite an interesting planetary system. I'd love to see the gravity physics behind establishing something like that. So there we go, that is my tour. And that's my build so far on Season 2 of the Biffa Patreon server. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I've not rabbited on for too long. So I will leave it there. Oh, let me take my hat off. In fact, let's take all the armour off. There we go. Yeah, so hope you all enjoyed it. And we shall probably do this again sometime. Take care now. Bye.